Good afternoon, everyone. Rain's finally let up here. Got a little problem. These little rascals have, ta-da, wiggle their way out of here. Got to tack that down. Oh, yeah, second time they've gone out today. So we're gonna have to figure out something here. This was only meant to be a temporary paddock. This is what we actually kept our chickens in, but it's kind of hard to get anything done when I want to make a paddock straight down that way, but they're just pushing this little page wire, goat wire, all around. And of course, it's about half rotten. All those posts broke off the ground, so we're gonna have to get something going here. But that's what's going on in today's episode of What Can Go Wrong on the Farm. But fortunately, they're pretty easy to, as you can tell, get back up. Just tossing some feet out, and they're hot on your heels. So, supposed to have a break in the rain. I've got 1 or 2 more T-posts, so we're going to make a trip to town. I'm going to have to tack that down for right now. Anyway, figure something out. We always do. So, anyway, let's make a trip to town. Good evening, folks. Such a pretty day compared to what it was about 12 hours ago, storming. Side note, scored that off a friend that we're farm sitting for. Asked if we had a use for it. Of course, the back part's broke, but wife loves anything with the horse emblems on it. So we're gonna take some cedar, shave them down, whittle them down, redo the seat, and that's going to go right underneath our grapevine archway. Figured that'd be a good thing for the wifey. Well, went ahead and pulled the trigger because little yellow devil flowers. They're pretty, but them wild yellow flowers that you can see over there at Uncle Stevie's property was driving me the nuts. So, took the tractor in here and knocked it down. And buddy, there's some thick clover and other stuff that I'd sown in last year, and it's coming up good. I didn't even bother with running the walk behind mower wide open, so it left some bunch of strips, stragglers high. I just wanted to knock the tops of these yellow flowers off, give a chance for that clover and that Bermuda and the Kentucky 31 and whatever else I've sown in there come in good, because we ain't got nobody up here right now. Got the 2 dogs, Lily and Kirby. Got the goats, they're out foraging around, but I want to get that looking like this. This is our yard. So my theory is you knock down the yellow wildflowers and the vegetation you don't want, and I'll overseed again here. Wish I had time before the rain, but it's supposed to start storming again tonight. Anyway, my thoughts, I could be totally wrong, and y'all let me know in the comments if I am or if I'm onto something, but knocking down the flowers give a chance for the grass to come up and choke them out. I think it's working because, like I said, we used to look just like he did over there. I'm talking covered with them. You can see right here, there's grass in there. There's nice grass. But we looked like that last year, and then I showed you in another video, it was pretty thick in spots, but it wasn't all over the place. So, thinking my theory's right. Anyway, looks better. Hopefully that Kentucky 31 and everything else will come up and choke out the rest of that yellow flowers, because like I said, we could 2,4-D it and spray it, but we're not doing that here. I'm trying to go a la naturel all the way around. So anyway, another side note, the lady we're farm sitting for has got piles of manure, because she's got a lot more horses than we do. That's what she does. She trains them, or does ride lessons. So get with her. The wife said that, yeah, she had the last time had a church come up and get a whole truckload of it, but she's got a trailer load for sure of horse manure. Scoop it up, put it in the newly acquired trailer, the black trailer, hauled up here, and that will finish off my pile of compost. Wet it down good, put another layer of wood chips, and we should be cooking and good to go come dead of summer. And we can get that from her every time, really, because she got nowhere to put it except pile it up. So we'll use it. What she don't. It's close to home, so score. Because she's got 10, 11 horses, I think, something like that. She's got a lot of horses. So anyway, man, that skyline looks good back there. Wish it'd stay like that, but we're supposed to get another thunderstorm or two. Set me behind on mowing my last yard, but had to take a trip into Chickamauga, town of Chickamauga. Customer, I did some little bit of work on his lawnmower. Busted a deck belt. One of the outer pulleys bearings are seized up in it, so it caused it to shred the deck belt. But anyway, I had to go pick it up. We're gonna get the parts ordered for it and get him back going. Man of many talents when you work for yourself. You learn to do a lot of things. Well, I learned this growing up. My Uncle Fred and Dad taught me about every mechanic thing I know, and then learned on my own the rest of the stuff. But yeah, top everything else, I do small engine repairs. Watch me and the boys dabble in it. Sebastian can, those old Kohler K-Series cast iron single cylinders, he can take a carburetor apart and clean it and clean the jets and put them back in and put it back together, and we're gonna get where he can put it back together and it'll start. But I'll teach him how to tune it up the right way. But he can already take it apart and put it back together and put it back on. 11 years old, and Tanner been watching him. Pretty sure Tanner can do it too. But the lost art, and you got some of them old 140s, 200 series, 300, 400 series John Deere garden tractors. Man, I'd take any one of them over the junk they sell nowadays. Oof. They sell nowadays is a disposable lawnmower. When it tears up, and it tears up good, you just buy another one. Seems like they don't make them to last a lifetime. But anyway, what else was there? Oh, let's go over here. I don't think the pigs have got out no more. I fixed it, but that all things on the list that got jumped real close to the top, if not the top, to do next after we get through this rain spell and thunderstorms, because excuse me, they need a pen. Like I said, the one that we put them in, we wasn't expecting to get them, and people were getting threatened with eviction if they didn't get rid of them. So we took all of them I had, which is 4 left. Wasn't planning on it, so we stuck them in a old chicken coop that I started, and then we decided real quick we're not going to do a stationary one, at least not there, not right now. So it's not really designed to keep said pigs in, but believe I got it where it peeled up the bottom. It's just that old 2x4 square wire, old goat wire, but they can bend it, lean on it, stretch it out. They need hog panels. What we want to do, because this valley right here coming down on the other side of that barbed wire fence is about a 7-8 foot drop off. That's where the lane is. But we want to go from where this post is with the gate and go straight across, and it goes about 250 feet, maybe a little shy of 250 that way. And just run cattle panel and T-post, and then cattle panel the square, and then we keep them in here in paddocks. We can make, I figured it up, because they don't need about that size of paddock. We could do probably 6 here, maybe 7. Alternate them through, and when I get the overhead wire in, wherever I'm going to put the electrical box for the electric fence, set a pole over here, and then I'll just run a jumper wire and a net to separate them up. Because I thought, well, we can do 6 or 7 paddocks. That's a lot of extra cattle panels, and you're talking about, instead of a 8 foot gate to access in here, you now have to have however many paddocks you got. You have to have that many gates, which would be like 6, 7, 8 gates, or little 4 foot gates, and then you'd have to fence in. It is just a whole lot of unnecessary fencing. And we can just do the big rectangle and then section them off with the electric fence where we want them and keep them rotated, and hopefully get some kind of research and get some kind of ground coverage here that grows in the shade, because this is in a pocket. It gets late afternoon, evening sun, because the sun sets that way. So I don't know, it's plans, but for right now I've got them, I believe, where they won't get out again. This time they got a couple of mater plants, but they should be fine. They just kind of nudged the top of them and ate them a little bit. Looks like they wallered on them really, but oh, the pool. That's another story in and of itself. Got to get the liner ordered. Mama's wanting to shoot for Memorial Day. That's only a couple weeks away. A few weeks away, so I don't know. We'll see. Y'all see that up there? Clothesline. How many of those you see driving down the road nowadays? Me personally, I haven't seen any. I've seen one, and it wasn't even around here. People just don't do it no more. It's God's free dryer, sun and the wind. So as soon as it warms up enough, Mama's drying out in the on the clothesline, which your dryers is one of the top energy consumption appliances in the house, aside from, I'd say, if you got an electric water heater, probably uses the most. But aside from a water heater or a electric oven stove, your dryer is the top dog that eats up your power. So we're fixing to have a gas dryer. We actually do have a gas dryer. We just got to order a part for it. People I got it from were set up with natural gas, and we're LP. So actually, technically, we got that when our dryer went out last year. So you ask yourself, how you been drying clothes in the winter or over the winter? Well, strung up a clothesline in the halfway finished kitchen. We really don't use because it needs the floor and there's no cabinets or anything in there. There's a countertop makeshift, but I strung a line, zigzagged it up in there, and we hung them in there, and I turned the ceiling fan on high. Yep, that's how we dried clothes all winter. It worked good. Took a little longer, but it worked. Because I just didn't have the time to get that dryer set up, and then we got to get a big tank set. because we're going to be running a dryer, stove, maybe a couple of small heaters in the boys' room, and eventually a tankless LP water heater. So try to get our power bill down to nothing. I'd like to see it get under $100. That'd make me very, very happy. But get you a nice pan shot of, ooh wee, got little doohickey flowers on my tomatoes already. Onions coming along good. We still get a strip right here. As soon as it gets a break in the rain, we're going to do some either finish that out and more onion. We got some garlic in there I noticed is starting to sprout. So, yeah, probably do garlic. Anyway, just a short video. Sorry, not more exciting content. It's just that it was nice when we woke up and it rained for a few hours and it got nice again. I had to go pick up a lawnmower to fix for a customer, and some days are like that. I believe I'm gonna go in here and she's supposed to be doing fried pork chop and fried taters and corn, I believe. So, and I might turn y'all back on here later, and because I'm thinking about doing some mudding in the boys' bathroom. It needs to, sheetrock needs to be mud, first coat of mud on it, and I've been putting it off about long enough. It's been up for over almost a year. So we might do some inside projects. Got to get done too. But anyway, if we don't turn you back on, we'll catch you on the next one.